I've been walking slow, learning how my own heart moves, letting quiet places tell me truths I used to lose. I'm not rushing anymore, I'm letting softness lead, finding out the strongest parts of me are the ones I used to hide to breathe. And I hear you say, know yourself, and I smile because I do. I've been gathering all my scattered pieces, bringing them home like something new. I know me too, in the hush before the sunrise, in the weight of what I've grown through. I know me too, in the way I choose my peace now, in the love I give that's true. I'm not afraid of my reflection, not ashamed of what I've been through. You found your voice in knowing you, and baby, I found mine too. I've been learning stillness, the kind that doesn't need applause, the kind that lets me rest inside my flaws. I'm not fighting shadows anymore, I'm letting light unfold, letting every tender part of me be brave enough to show. So when you say stand in your truth, I whisper back, I'm standing still. I've been loving myself softly, and that softness is my will. I've been leaving myself softly, and that softness is my will. I know me too, in the quiet of my healing, in the storms I made it through. I know me too, in the way I hold my heart now, like it's something sacred, something new. I'm not afraid of my reflection, not ashamed of what I've been through. You found your voice in knowing you, and baby, I found mine too. Maybe strength is different for us both. Yours a fire, mine a glow, but there's room for every kind of rise, in every way a soul can grow. Me too, and I'm learning more each morning in the softness I pursue. I know me too, and I honor every chapter, every scar that pulled me through. So keep walking in your power, I'll keep blooming in mine too. You found your voice in knowing you, and baby, I found mine too.
My tears fall, not just for me, but for the faces I pass every day, the women and men whose stories sit heavy in the air like unspoken prayers. I look at them and something inside me aches deeper than the pain I carry for myself. Because I wonder, who were they before this moment? Were they hurting people, or were they just hurting? Are they anything like me, trying to survive something that should have never touched their lives? And the truth hits me in a quiet, painful way. Sometimes the ones who learn to fight, the ones who harden their hearts, the ones the world calls criminals, are the ones who learn how to survive the storm. And here I am, soft-spoken, reflective, trying to make sense of a world that rewards the hardened and overlooks the gentle. But still, my tears fall with purpose, because I see humanity in them, even when the world refuses to. I see the broken pieces, the childhood wounds, the battles no one clapped for. And maybe, just maybe, my confusion is really clarity trying to rise. Maybe I'm learning that survival doesn't always look holy and goodness doesn't always look strong, but both are still sacred. So today I let the tears fall for me, for them, for all of us, trying to make it through a world that never learned how to hold us gently. I've been thinking how easy it is to take life for granted, to wake up like breath is automatic, like tomorrow is guaranteed, like the ground beneath us ain't shifting every time we blink. But life will humble you. Life will snatch the comfort right out of your hands and whisper, now what? And somewhere in that shaking you learn, standing up for what's right don't always come with blessings. Sometimes it comes with backlash. Sometimes it comes with losses. Sometimes it comes with people who only love you as long as you stayed quiet. But I couldn't stay quiet, not when it hurts to see people in situations they didn't deserve. Not when I feel the ache of somebody else's story, even if I don't know the details. Not when silence feels like betrayal and truth feels like breath. So yeah, maybe I became a problem, but a good problem, a necessary problem. A problem to the ones who needed someone to finally say, enough. Not for performance, not for applause, but because my spirit couldn't sit still while people suffered in plain sight. And even here in this place where stories collide and pain sits heavy, I still believe every person deserves a chance if they keep trying. Every soul deserves room to rise. If they're reaching for better, every heart deserves grace. If it's still beating towards change. So I stand, even when it costs me, even when it shakes me, even when it makes me a problem. Because sometimes being a problem is the only way to be the solution. People talk about freedom like it's a pass to do nothing, to dodge responsibility, to float through life with no weight, no work, no accountability. But that ain't my definition, not even close. My freedom isn't about doing whatever I want. It's about being who I am without hurting anyone else. It's about walking in my truth without stepping on someone's neck. It's about following the rules without losing my soul in the process. See, some folks think free means wild. Some think free means lazy. Some think free means nobody can tell me nothing. But my freedom is intentional. My freedom is rooted. My freedom is quiet strength. It's the kind of freedom where I can look in the mirror and recognize myself. Where I can move through the world without shrinking, without pretending, without apologizing for the way my spirit was designed. Freedom to me is choosing my identity without causing harm. It's honoring my values while honoring the space I share with others. It's staying true even when the world tries to twist me into something easier to control. I'm free because I know who I am. I'm free because I don't need to break rules to feel powerful. I'm free because I can stand in my truth and still respect the truth of others. That's my definition. That's my rhythm. That's my freedom. Today we walk through the weight of what it means to feel deeply in a place where so many stories collide. Spoke about tears that aren't just my own, tears that rise when I look at others and recognize the quiet ache of survival. We explored what it means to stand up for what's right even when it costs something. We named the truth that sometimes being a problem simply means being a voice that refuses to stay silent. And we define freedom, not as reckless, but as courage. To be yourself without harming anyone else. We reminded ourselves that everyone deserves a chance if they keep trying. And we stood in a firm belief that compassion is strength, not weakness. This is Iris, host of Life, Love, and the rest of it.